Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Candy and Condoms, where coochie is your candy. Today we are talking about, can you truly enjoy your sex life? Are you honest with yourself? Are you truthful with your partner? Or do you have some issues with being ashamed to ask, for the things that you want in the bedroom? This is our topic for today. If you like our episodes, please comment, please share, and please subscribe to our channel. So, today we have our guest in the building, and I'm going to ask the first question, ladies. Are you comfortable with your sex life? Are you honest when it comes to what you enjoy in the bedroom?
I am now.
Okay.
I didn't
Same,
used.
I am now.
Yeah,
I wasn't
I
before.
didn't used to be. I didn't.
Okay.
It took me a long time to get to that point where I was comfortable with telling the person what I actually like. At
Mhm.
first, it was like I was scared. I was scared
Yeah.
because, like, I didn't want to ruin the mood, or I didn't want to, get them upset, or
Yeah.
make just shift the atmosphere of how I
Mhm.
felt. So I was like, if he's enjoying it, I might
Yeah,
not be
I'm
enjoying
okay.
it. It's okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't great, but it
Yeah.
was okay. And so I was like, I wouldn't say anything. But now, as I've gotten older, I'm like, look, I need to enjoy this myself. It's not
Mhm.
about just him. It's
Mhm.
about me too.
Mhm.
And so now I'm like, slow down, hold on, wait, do it like
Mhm.
this, or touch me here. Like, I don't
Mhm.
have a problem with telling them that, and if they have a problem with me telling them, that's on
Mhm.
them. But
Mhm.
I need to have it where I enjoy it, and like I like going into relationships or sexual partners, like telling them, like, look, you tell me, and I want to be open to tell you how we like it, so we both can enjoy this interaction. Because what's the point of doing it if we don't both like it?
Mhm. That's true.
So I am now.
Mhm.
hmm Well, basically, just what she said. Like, I used to be scared, um, particularly like when they ask you things, and so you don't want to be seen weird because it's
Mhm.
not something you talking about.
Yeah.
So I used to be like scared to say what I really felt, but now I'll answer their question and then some.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will offer up information, or they don't even have to ask me. I just be like, well, you know what? This is what I like.
Mhm. Mhm.
This is what makes me feel uncomfortable. This is how I felt when particular example insert here
Yeah.
happened. So,
Mhm.
hmm
I think a lot of times when you are in a relationship, just like you said, you are nervous and you don't want to rock the boat.
hmm
And they have a statement, be true to yourself. Well, I think that statement is a lie because you can't never really be true to yourself because you're always constantly aware of the other person.
hmm
And you can't be so true to yourself that you don't run the person off.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? If because you have to, when you're in a relationship, you have to compromise.
Mm.
So you always put on a show. You can't say to somebody, well, don't do that. That ain't right. Because that person's gonna immediately get offended and they're gonna be like, well, who are you comparing me to?
hmm
You compare me to the other, person that you had. You compare me
hmm
to such and such and so. Don't do that. So you can't never really be honest about a lot of stuff sometimes. But as the relationship grow and you find ways of saying, hey, I don't like that, or you have to kind of finesse the conversation because you can't be so blunt about it.
Right.
And it's so much um shame that's attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you like that? Why do you want that? Hell, I want it. Shit, I want you. I want you to do this. I want it.
Right.
And so I think a lot of times people don't actually be honest when it comes to sex and what they want because they're ashamed of their partner not giving it to them. You know what I mean? They're ashamed of the stigma behind. I can't believe they asked me for that, or I can't believe he asked me to do this, or I can't believe especially if you're self conscious about
Mm-hmm.
your body,
Right.
your size, your shape. You be like, I ain't got no business doing that. But if you want that, you know, I had a couple that and she was a big girl and she had a belly.
Mhm.
And the dude would love for her to put her belly, sit on his face with her belly, you know. And she was like, I don't know why he want that. And he just just all the fat from her belly, he just liked it that gush.
Oh.
He just liked it that gush, you know. And he was like, oh, it's just so warm. And she was like, but he can't breathe, you know.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, he said, I don't care. If I die that way, I just die that way. She's like, shut up, fool. You know, but he loved all of that fatness.
Mm-hmm.
They had been my customer for years. He would always come in. I think she was about a 6 or 5X, and she had the weight loss surgery, and she lost a lot of weight, and they ended up getting a divorce. Because he did not like the smaller version of her. And they had been married for years, but he didn't like the smaller version of her. And she came back in. She was, I think, at the time, she maybe was like an extra large. She went from a 6X to an extra large. And he came in. And he had got a new woman. And that woman was bigger than she was when she was a 6X. I don't know what size that woman was, but we ain't had nothing that she could wear. Not nothing. Not nothing. We ain't had nothing she could wear. And we go up to a 6X, and we didn't have nothing that she could wear. And so, I mean, he was in love with that meat. He was in love with that big girl. And the small girl came in and she was like, well, they used to be his wife. And she was like, well, you know, we got a divorce. And I was like, man, I hate that. But he enjoyed her fat. He enjoyed her sitting on him and bouncing on him. And that was their thing. So, you know, can you truly be honest when it comes to asking a partner for what you want to be with?
I think you can be honest. You just, are they going to be receptive?
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because I could tell you exactly how I want it, exactly what I want, and it's about if he's receptive to it, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes that's not their thing, and you have to find, you know, you got to go through those people to find that person or those people who are going to be accepting of what you want. But that's the journey, and I think that's the if you're going to be honest and open and you're not going to accept anything but what you like, you have to be ready to take that journey, because the first person you meet might not be ready for that. Like you said, that man wanted that meat. He wanted that fat, and he just loved the warmth of a lot of body. And she wasn't ready for that. Like, she wanted to lose that. And so if they just weren't compatible in that way. And sometimes that's a deal breaker. In that case, it was a deal breaker. Sometimes people will adjust and like, you know, compromise. But that's not for everybody. But I think if you're going to be honest, you have to be willing to know that sometimes people are not going to accept your honesty.
That's true.
They might not accept it, and you just gonna have to like deal with it. Like, either you're going to compromise and settle for something less than what you want, or you're going to continue that journey to find the person who's going to accept all of your honesty.
Have you ever compromised?
All the time. All the time.
I have to.
All the time. Because I still like the person. And you still, you know, it's like, I want to be with this person. I do enjoy this person. I enjoy their company. Now, sexually, we might not be right at each other, you know, together. But it was still some things about him I enjoyed. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. I can deal with this. This is perfectly fine. And everything outside the bedroom was very much on point. It's like, oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. He checked most of the boxes. So
most of the boxes.
So you can compromise when somebody checks most of the boxes. Because I really don't know if there's anybody who's going to check all of your boxes.
No.
I don't think it is.
No. My sex game was, I mean, always on point. It was like always on 12. Damn 10, it was on 12. You know, when most people were having sex twice a week, you know, we was like every day, twice a day. You know, we was always like rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
But outside the bedroom,
Yeah.
you get on my nerves. Let's just fuck it out. All right. You know, it's like outside that bedroom, it was clashing.
Yeah.
But that chemistry, you know, we were fuck mad.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we were fuck mad. You know, it was like, oh, just don't talk to me. Just fuck me. Just stick your dick in and fuck me.
Move on.
Just move on. Yeah, yeah. That's why it was so easy for me to come up with the poem, I Want Some Dick, because, you know, that's how I felt. I want some dick. I don't want to talk to you. Just give me some dick. I just, you know, just let me, you know, just let me put your face over here. Don't you say nothing. Just give me that meat in between your legs. That's all I need right now. So, you know, the chemistry was off the chain. Still, after all these years, it's still off the chain. You know, I can hear his voice and my pussy be like, wait, where my owner?
Right.
It's my owner. It's my owner talking. You know how you got a dog and your dog see you out the window coming? That's how my pussy be. Where you go? Where it? Wait, is that my owner down there? Here come my owner. It's like my owner, my pussy can just know when he finna call. No, yeah, it's just, the chemistry is still popping. But, yeah, outside that, we need a lot of counseling. A lot of counseling. We need a lot of counseling in other areas, you know, but, so, yeah. Yeah.
I think it works. I think that's how a lot of people
Yeah.
journey. Sometimes you find that person who, like you said, the chemistry is off the
Yeah.
chain.
Yeah,
It's like,
sexual chemistry.
sexual chemistry is everything. It's like I see you, I want you, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
But then once
Other
that's
than
over,
that,
it's like
don't talk to me.
I don't need to. And so like if you didn't marry somebody, and if you married that person and you know you dealing with that, that's a whole other story. But
Yeah.
if you are just, you know, I feel like if you just boyfriend or you just met that person and that's the relationship y'all need to have. Like I don't need to go through and I feel like as I got older, I realized sometimes you just have to separate my sexual partners from like a real partner.
Yeah.
And if I can't find that chemistry within a real partner, then it's like we don't need to be together because I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to be able to be honest and true with you when this sexual chemistry over here is still pulling me this way.
Yeah.
I need somebody who's going to have the same chemistry, but then also can outside of the bedroom is still giving me that same kind of vibe. And if I don't have that and I still got Mr. Chemistry over here, I gotta be honest with this person over here.
Yes, you gotta be honest.
I gotta be honest with him and I gotta be honest with me. And be like, girl, you know you are not gonna stay true to this man who is not giving you what you want sexually.
Yeah.
But he's a nice enough guy that you like hanging around him, but the chemistry is over here pulling you. So if you can't find it in both, or at least a good enough of chemistry in one person, be honest and be like, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm going to be playing the field. And if you're doing that, do you enjoy your life? But just be safe and careful while you're doing it.
Yeah. This young lady, she was she had married a guy. And the guy had some sleep apnea issues and he had some other stuff issues, and he could not bang her out like her old boy could. Even though he was financially, you know, could take care of her. You know, old dude didn't have no money, he was broke. But he was fucking the dog shit out of her. You know, bending her, folding her, had her legs going all kind of ways. And she was like, man, I'm just missing it. I'm missing my old dude. Because he used to bend me up and put me in a pretzel. I was like, damn. I was living vicariously through her. I was like, how you get it in a pretzel? That's some little girl shit right there. You can't do that with being a big girl. Your ass been passed the hell out. Yeah. That we was like, oh, silly. Yeah, he died on top of me. Yeah, we like, baby, he died. She died. I was, you know, had in the pretzel. Nah, but she was missing old dude that could bend her up in the pretzel. But she married the old dude that had the money, and she was really like, missing this dude, and I was like, I wonder, did she ever cheat on him? Because clearly, physically, she wasn't satisfied.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And that has happened for people to settle for one thing or the other, and they think that, oh, well, I can eventually,
Right.
it'll eventually work out because he got that paper.
He'll get better.
He'll get better, but it won't. It won't get better.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Sexually, it won't get better. You frustrated. You frustrated. So, yeah. What sexual positions have you ever denied yourself of because you was with a partner that you know that couldn't do it? I was always scared of riding because I was like, I'm gonna fall off. Am I doing it right? Am I bending it the right way? Because you can get up on that dick and bend it the wrong way. And they had me down there hollering. And then you be like, that feel good. They be like, hell no, get your ass off. So you can do a position wrong. Yeah, so mine was riding. And so what I would have to do was, I used to practice on a chair, like a folded chair. I was like, I'm going to get this ride. I'm going to ride this dick. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it down. So I would get a, folded chair, and I would practice. Because you got to have leg strength to ride. You just can't rodeo ride on. You have to have leg strength. So like a dumbass, I was building up my strength. I would practice. When he would leave the house, I would get that folding chair, and I would practice. Because in the middle of riding, my ass would be like, okay, you get this shit, take it from here, I'm tired, So I was practicing, ladies. I was practicing. I had my chair, I was practicing. I had built up my leg strength. So it was time for me to ride. So when he got home, I jumped on. He said, wait a minute, what you doing? I said, I'm finna ride this thing. He was like, all right. Because he knew I want to be up there long. But I had him fooled. Man, I got on that thing. My legs were strong. I felt the burn, but I kept going. It's like exercise class. It's like step aerobics. You keep it going. Baby, I got on that thing, and I was riding. And he was like, okay. All right. He thought I was finna give out. But I had switched it into another gear because I had been practicing. But I kept on right. He was like, all right. And he grabbed my hips. When he grabbed my hips, I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. I ain't ready for that. Because when they grab their hips, they can really push it all the way up in there. Yeah, I had tagged out on that shit. I was like, no, you doing too much. He had got too excited. I'm like, you doing too much right here. But some people they can go, they can ride, but you got to have some upper body strength, and you got to keep yourself in shape. Yeah. You got to be in shape to do some of that shit, So have you ever had a sexual position that you were like scared to try or whatever? You knew that you were weak in that area.
It's just riding.
Riding. Yeah.
But from my standpoint, it's not like my legs ain't strong because I got strong legs.
Yeah.
It was just, well, not so much now, but mainly before I was very insecure in my body.
Yeah.
So it just felt like, oh, now they're looking dead at you.
Yeah. Okay.
It just felt uncomfortable. I was like, I just don't see myself doing that when I'm so insecure.
Yeah.
And I'm just so self-conscious about every little piece of my body.
Yeah. And they don't even be thinking about that. That's all they see is titties swinging. They all in their face. They can't really see none of that. It be all in our head.
Of course.
Yeah, it be all in our head. They can't see none of that. Yeah. Yeah, titties all in their face and they trying to hold on. They ain't. Yeah, but a lot of women don't ride because they're insecure about their body. Yeah. And people come in and they be like, I want some lingerie, but I want a house coat. Why do you want lingerie with a house coat? You finna be naked. That whole camisole gonna be wrapped around your neck in a couple of seconds. Yeah.
I mean, we do stuff for us. Like all this lingerie, guys could care less if what we would like. My friends, some of my guy friends, I've talked to them like, y'all act like y'all don't appreciate a woman going out and shaving and getting ready and buying sexy lingerie and putting all that stuff together, matching bras and panty sets, and that. They're like, my friend was like, we don't care.
Yeah.
You can have on mixed match bra and panties. You can have on a whole night flannel
It's gonna come
nightgown.
off anyway.
It's coming off. We don't care.
Yeah.
He said the best bet is you just walk in the room butt naked and we'll be fine. He said, 'cause I don't need all the sex. He said it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice to look at. You look good in it, but I don't care as long as you smell good and you look good. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so y'all don't really care nothing about the lingerie. He's like, I don't. He said, I can speak for me. He's like, I never cared about the lingerie. He said, I don't care if their bras, panties are matching. I don't care if they got on the, sexy teddy or a nightgown or whatever. He said, all I wanted to. He said, all I want is the pussy.
Yeah.
He said, that's all I want. I don't really care about the package because I'm
Mhm.
about to rip all that off. He said,
Yeah.
that's just barriers in my way.
Yeah.
And so I was like, so most guys don't really care about the lingerie. We dress and doing all the lingerie for us because we want to feel sexy.
Yeah.
We want to feel secure because, like I said, we're so insecure in our own bodies. We're our biggest judge.
Yeah.
And I know for me, I am my biggest critic. I don't like it. Riding is my thing too because, like, I
Mhm.
don't like
Yeah.
all of this.
Yeah.
I just don't feel comfortable just
Yeah.
being there. And one guy was like, why don't you do it the reverse? And I was like,
Yeah.
that's even worse because I
Yeah.
don't want.
Yeah, and you be scared of the weight.
Right.
You be
The
scared of,
weight.
am I too heavy?
Am I too heavy on you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Am I doing it right?
Yeah. And
Am I leaning the right way?
it's just a lot. And so I this one guy who was just like, he's really into big girls. He just really like big girls. He's like, I go to the gym, not for me. He said, sure, I want to look good. He said, but I go to the gym to start lifting weights so I know I can lift her up comfortably.
Yeah.
He said, I want my big girls to feel like they know and safe and secure
Mhm.
that I got them. He said, that's why I go to the gym. And like, he a swole dude. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and he could have these skinny girls that he can
Mhm.
fling around, but he like big girls.
Yeah.
He was like, I do this because he's like, I go to the gym, pick up weights just so I can know I can pick my girl up comfortably and she don't feel like I'm a dropper.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, that's nice of you, sir, to do
Mhm.
that. But it's
Cause some men be like, oh, you just too big.
right.
Oh,
They
they'll
don't
tell
even
you.
try, like-
They'll tell you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, they'll tell you. I had a guy come in, we was selling porno, and we had a section for plus size porno, and he was like, oh no. He said, there's too much meat.
Yeah.
He was like, there's too much meat. He said, too much meat, there's too much meat. But people do have their preference.
They do.
Because we have our
Cause
preference
some
when it
men
comes to
love
men.
it.
Yeah.
They be like, I want no little skinny girl.
But we have our preference when it comes to men.
Uh-huh. We
You
do.
know.
Like me personally, I don't. Men be thinking like on those dating apps, they be thinking like if they got all their muscles, that's supposed to make you swipe right. I don't never swipe right.
Yeah.
I just like a little
Average.
meat on your bones,
Yeah.
like average size. I just don't like skinny.
Yeah.
But you ain't gotta have all the
Right.
Yeah.
bodybuilder type muscles. Like
Yeah.
they just don't even look attractive to me. It just look like you just so hard. Like don't touch me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. And sometimes when people bodybuild and stuff like that, sometimes they have so many other different insecurities.
Mhm.
You
But that's
know.
all they really got. to do.
Yeah, they
Like
have a lot
about
of
themselves.
insecurities. So you be scared to kind of like deal with them and get into a relationship with, and then a lot of them be on steroids and stuff. So they have like mood swings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
And then
knew a
sometimes
guy.
they don't even show their face. Like they just show the muscles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because that's all they got. That's all they put in their pictures. You keep on swiping, you don't see that face.
Oh, I didn't
Then
know
it's
that.
like after you, they be like swipe right and ask for a picture.
Nah. If you're not scared to put your picture on the dating app, then
Cause I be like, that's how I be knowing. Because I be like, if they don't post their face, or they always post a picture like turned to the side or somewhere you can only see half their face, or was they just their muscles? I was like, they insecure.
I
They
think
must
those
be
I think those dating apps are a playground for people to just be showing up hoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really do, because everybody on there is not being honest, you know, to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have women that get on there and they do all them filters and they
Yeah.
don't look like they self.
Not one
And-
just clean picture.
Right.
No, they do all these filters and
and
they
makeup.
Yes. And then you got the when you see them in real life, you be like, oh my God, you know, they don't look nothing like your picture,
Right.
like nothing. And dudes do it too.
All the time.
Yeah, they do it too. And they, I think a lot of people use it as, because you know they got the adult websites
Mm-hmm.
that looking for hookups and stuff, but a lot of people use those apps to find people to hook up with, and they're not really looking for no relationship. They're looking for a hookup. Yeah, yeah, they're looking for sex. That's pretty much it. Do you think guys are insecure when it comes to different sex positions as well?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I think guys are just as insecure as women are in a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
do
things
too.
too. Because like sometimes they might not feel like they got the stamina to
Yeah.
be able just to pump,
or they
pump,
come
or they
quick.
come quick, and it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, and that's a big thing. They come
Mhm.
quick.
Yeah,
They can't hold it.
and sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's just that good.
Yeah.
And they just can't hold it. But I feel like if everybody would just take the time to acknowledge everybody our own insecurities with our partner. Now I'm talking about partner. I ain't talking about your sex hookup buddy.
Yeah.
'Cause you just get what you need to get from there
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah.
But when you're in a relationship, a solid relationship, you need to be able to express your insecurities with your partner
Mhm.
and be like, look, I am not comfortable riding yet,
Mhm.
but we can work on this, and
Yeah.
maybe through in time we can
Yeah.
build up to that point.
Right.
Yeah.
And he can be like, hey, I'm come a little quick.
Yeah.
It gets good to me real fast.
Yeah.
That might not be a problem for her because maybe she like, look, I just need what I need to get, and we can, go from there. And
Just
you
put
come,
it back in.
right, you come quick, then we do it again.
Yeah.
We just keep doing it. We
Yeah.
have 2, 3, 4, 5
But just
rounds.
because they can don't mean it's supposed to be over.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Right.
you can go back and
Yeah.
finish again.
Yeah.
Like,
More. Do it again.
Don't
it
come
just
quick and
makes
go to
it better
sleep.
for
Right.
you. If
Don't-
I'm
Yeah,
in
don't
the
you
third.
catch a nut and go to sleep and leave my ass on here. I'm
Right.
gonna knock you
I'm
in the
gonna
back
wake
of
you
your
up
head.
down. You gotta get on
Get
up
your-
and finish.
Get
it.
your
Get up
ass
and
up and finish this.
Yeah, get up and finish. I'm gonna give you a minute.
Yeah.
But you finish
You
it,
need to
but you
finish
gonna do
this.
it.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
30 seconds, let you catch your breath.
Right. But we will finish. But those are things that you can make work if you take the time to make it work. But if you like, come quick, I can't do it,
Yeah.
then you just know that ain't the one for you.
Yeah.
Then y'all move on. But if you are willing to take that time to know your insecurities, let him know his insecurities, and be honest about that, then I think that's where healthy relationships can build and come from. But sexual relationships, but yeah, it's honesty is hard.
It is.
Honesty is hard, but
Yeah.
it's worth it if
Yeah,
you
in the
do
long
it in the
run.
long run. Yeah.
I think they be insecure too about their size. I hear a lot of people say that they don't like to fuck big girls because they dick small. And I didn't know that's what it was, but I heard, somebody say that. They were like, nah, I don't like fucking big girls because my dick ain't long enough and it won't reach. Have you all ever heard that?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Now it's kind of just understood because
Really?
it was actually on Facebook and we was going in on this one dude in his comments because he wanted to sit up there and put on Facebook and say he couldn't possibly F no big girl. So we all jumped in the comments and we said, don't be mad because your dick too little.
Oh, wow.
You just ain't got no reach. Just say that.
Yeah. Wow. I did not know that until somebody told me that.
They booty or they coochie. Or nothing.
Yeah, they can't reach it.
Well, that's your fault.
That's on
Yeah.
you.
That's on you, bro.
I did not know
It's not a
that.
me problem.
Yeah.
But see, if that's the case, don't be trying to put big girls down and just be like,
Exactly.
that's
Don't be
just not my
like-
pro- I ain't no way I can do
Like
no.
you just can't be attracted to them
No,
because they big. No.
No, it's just
You got an anatomy problem.
I am not equipped to handle a big girl, so I'm gonna stick with my little girls over
Yeah.
here. And that's fine too. Just if you can't handle it.
Mm-mm. Wow.
Itty bitty.
All right.
Wow. I did not know that. I did not know that. I didn't realize that it was such a problem. I didn't realize it was such a problem.
Real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Real.
Wow. Wow. I know a lot of guys have insecurities when it comes to letting their woman know that they masturbate. So, the thing was that is masturbation with men the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every man
Yeah.
boy
Does
has
that.
started. Like they started 12, 10 or whatever. You catch your brother or your cousin
Yeah.
or your nephew in their room or in the
Yank
bathroom,
getting
they
it.
get it. And it's normal, but I really want them to normalize it. It's normal for women too.
Now it is.
It used to not be.
It
and
used to not be.
And I'm like, why not? Because
Yeah.
if a woman has to explore and figure out what she likes as well.
Yeah.
And so just like the guy knows just how hard he wants it gripped and how how to stroke it because he's practiced for so many years.
Yeah.
A woman needs to be able to
No.
touch herself to know what she likes.
And with the guy jacking off
Mm-hmm.
all the time and handling himself, I think that he can tell the woman
Yeah.
how to do it,
How to do
how to
it.
get him a good hand job, how to
Yes.
get him a good head,
Yeah.
because he knows the pressure points. He knows, yeah.
And that's why I think that's why I'm like I think masturbation is normal, and I think
Yeah.
it should be talked about on both sides because I
Yeah.
feel like just like you said, the man knows his pressure points. He knows exactly what to do. He can tell you, okay, squeeze it this hard,
Yeah.
and then put a little pressure right here. I like
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah.
Just like that, a woman can be like, okay, I like it when you move your fingers here. And
Yeah.
I like it when you touch here.
Yeah.
And, don't be jamming your fingers in there. Don't jam it in there. Be gentle in there. You find the spot and you curl that finger just how I like it.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and growing up, for me, people were like, "Oh, masturbation for women is good." That's,
Yeah.
I don't do that, girls. I don't touch my. I'm like,
Why not?
why not? Then you don't ever know what you like.
Yeah.
You
I
just-
honestly be feeling like they lying.
I
I be like, you lying so hard.
My-
Something that's weird. I'm like,
yeah. My friend used to tell me she used to like this
For
weird.
real.
Yeah. My friend used to be like, I don't ever do that. I don't. I was
No.
like, girl, really? I was like,
But I can see that. I
Mhm.
can see back in the day, they attached so much shame to it.
mm-hmm.
I can see that, and you got to realize people are now just being comfortable with actually admitting that they like different sex positions. So you can imagine how it was and the stigma that their
Yeah.
grandmamas and their
Yeah.
mamas put on them. Girl,
Yeah.
you touching yourself, that's a sin.
Yeah.
Everything was
when
a
in
sin.
reality, they probably do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything was a sin. Everything was, forbidden.
Mhm.
So I can see why they said that.
Yeah.
I can see that because everything was so taboo.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I think because she lived.
Oh, and for God to admit it.
Oh my God! If
Yeah.
you say it out loud,
Oh,
yeah.
you going ahead? We can tear.
I'm about to say.
Get on the tear
I'm about
then.
to say, in the black community, it's very much, especially like in my house, very
Yeah.
religious household.
Yeah.
And she grew up in the same kind of household
Yeah.
I went to. But my mom was like, yeah, I'm saved, but I also am very sexual.
Yeah.
Like, she knew
Yeah.
what she liked. And so when she talked about it, and it was like, to us, it was not taboo at our house to talk
Mhm.
about it with my mom. But when I was talking to her, she was like, "Oh no, I stayed with my dad and my grandma. And then I would stay with my mom, and nobody talked about that. We did not talk about that. We didn't do it. I never admitted to do it." She's like, "I just don't do it. I just find like." I'm like, "So you just go along with whatever this dude do to you, and that's the good. You don't know what you like because that feels
Yeah.
good. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't know what doesn't feel good. I just know what you're doing because I've never done it."
Yeah.
And so